Orange lights flickered along the main street of downtown, casting a warm glow over rows of carved pumpkins and paper bats swaying in the air. The night smelled of caramel, popcorn, and burnt sugar. Laughter blended with the pulse of music drifting from the main stage. Luke and Kieran were in a heated argument at a booth selling t-shirts that read Pumpkin Slayer, while our girl strolled past them, casually biting into a spider-shaped cookie, its legs made of chocolate sticks. She muttered, chewing with a mix of disgust and admiration. The sharp click of heels approached. She turned. A woman emerged from the crowd, elegant vampire costume, a black sequined corset, and tiny fangs glinting beneath her crimson lips. The woman smiled crookedly.
Sweet tooth, huh? You'd look delicious, covered in chocolate.
The girl froze, eyes wide. The vampire's smile deepened, gaze sweeping over our kitten like she was sizing up prey.
Cute little things like you shouldn't wander alone.
The girl instinctively stepped back and bumped into a firm chest. A familiar scent of expensive cologne hit her senses. Sylus stood there, calm, hands in his pockets, expression unreadable but clearly on guard. From across the way, Kieran nearly choked on his drink. Luke just stared in disbelief.
Did she just...
Yup, she totally did.
Sylus arched a brow, trying hard not to laugh.
Should I be jealous or amused?
She pointed at the vampire, indignant. Sylus leaned down slightly, voice low.
Can't argue with that. She's not wrong.
The vampire chuckled, gave her shoulder a playful pat, and sauntered off.
Enjoy your night, sweetheart.
Sylus shot her a flat look.
You do realize you said that out loud, right? Ha! I'm reevaluating your Halloween privileges.
From a distance, Kieran yelled,
I ship it! Wrong ship, Kieran.
After the vampire incident, she slipped away toward the haunted house display area. Dim purple lights glowed faintly, casting eerie shadows over ghoul statues, animatronic zombies, and moss-covered gravestones. She stopped in front of a towering werewolf statue, muscles flexed mid-snarl, its eyes gleaming under the lights. Sylus stood behind her, arms crossed.
Are you seriously complimenting a werewolf's physique right in front of me?
From behind them, Kieran called out,
She's totally gonna leave you for a latex werewolf, boss.
Luke added.
Honestly, I'd ship that too.
Sylus shot the twins a flat look before turning his gaze back to her.
Kitten, should I be worried that you're more impressed by fake monsters than by me?
She turned to him, eyes bright. Sylus went quiet, his jaw tightening before a smirk tugged at the corner of his lips.
That's the smoothest excuse I've ever heard.
She looped a finger against his chest. Sylus leaned in slightly, his voice low and warm.
Careful, kitten. Compliments like that have side effects.
She flushed, quickly changing the subject. As soon as they stepped into the haunted house, the orange glow dimmed to shadows. The floorboards creaked under their feet and eerie music drifted from an old speaker. She clung tightly to Sylus's arm. Kieran snorted.
You're literally shaking.
Luke was just about to explain that the blood on the wall was fake when a corpse puppet suddenly dropped from the ceiling. He yelped. She grinned, satisfied. Sylus just shook his head.
This is why I don't do team outings.
They walked deeper inside. Artificial fog crawled across the floor and ghost mannequins swayed from above. She is now held onto the edge of Sylus's shirt, eyes alert. When an animatronic zombie lunged from a sliding door, she let out a sharp squeak, and instinctively spun around, wrapping her arms around Sylus from behind. Sylus tilted his head down, suppressing a laugh.
Kitten, you're supposed to face your fears, not crush my ribs.
She peeked up at him, cheeks flushed.
She just promoted you from boss to armor.
The lights flickered. Fake screams echoed through the hall. She flinched again, this time bumping into Sylus hard enough to almost knock him off balance. For a moment, the world seemed to freeze. Their eyes met under the dim red glow.
See, even the monsters can't scare you when I'm here.
She stared at him for a few seconds before quickly looking away.
Yeah, please keep the romance rating under PG-13.
As soon as they stepped out of the haunted house, the night air felt warmer. She laughed in relief, still clutching Sylus's arm.
You screamed 5 times.
6 times.
Remind me next time to record your bravery, kitten.
Orange lanterns swayed gently in the night breeze. She sat on a white wooden bench, enjoying a scoop of pitch-black ice cream topped with purple syrup and candy eyeballs. Luke and Kieran had vanished somewhere into the crowd. When a witch cosplayer walked past, she instinctively gawked. She really loved the Halloween season and everything about its vibe. A deep, familiar voice sounded behind her.
I leave you alone for 5 minutes, and you start flirting with the undead.
She turned around. Sylus stood there, silver hair slightly tousled by the wind, one eyebrow raised as he looked at her. Sylus sat down across from her.
Humanity, huh? You were drooling, kitten. Enthusiasm can be dangerous, especially when the target is a witch in fishnets. Observation, not emotion.
He glanced at the cup in her hand.
Is that even edible? It looks like something Mephisto would reject.
She scooped up a spoonful and held it out to him. Sylus eyed the spoon for a second, then leaned forward and took a taste. Lantern light flickered across his crimson eyes. She froze for a moment.
You started it.
Sylus gave a faint smile. They fell silent for a while, surrounded by the hum of the festival, laughter, soft music, and the warm glow of lights drifting through the night air. She looked out toward the crowd and whispered, Sylus didn't answer. He only watched her quietly, as if tucking the moment away somewhere deep in his memory.